So this is what it is, yeah. I earlier put a video up on my Instagram. Um, it's basically where a young gentleman at the age of 22 basically reached out to me, and he more or less said that he doesn't know what he would have done without my videos for the last few days or whatever. That somehow or the other it was something that was sort of helping him get through the day, that sort of thing. Now it hit me like hard, because I was thinking to myself, I'd always I'd basically never understood for a long time. This is within the last year, two, three, maybe, where I stood, in society, what my role was. And I think probably about 6 months ago, I kind of came to the realization that I'm like a kingmaker. You know, one of those ones like bridesmaids, bride type maid, but never destined to be the bride, that type of thing. So literally a kingmaker, never destined to be a king himself. At least that's what I thought. Because my thing is to always uplift people, regardless. Yeah. Even if you're a filmmaker and you're doing better than myself, I'm going to uplift you, because that is not just because that is the thing to do, the good thing to do. No, because that is just how I feel. If I love your work, I love your work because I aspire to get better because you've inspired me. It's kind of like healthy competition. So going back to it, being a kingmaker, always uplifting people. Now, I never understood or never realized that what I was doing, the videos or whatnot, would actually touch anybody. That wasn't my intentions, as it were, to do that. That's, you know what I mean? It was just like, it felt like it was something that I needed to do, wholeheartedly needed to do. And I'm so glad that I'm doing it, honestly. Because there's just a couple of people, and yeah, we love your video, blah, blah. I'm just thinking like, these friends, friends being supportive. It's beautiful when, they're being supportive. I'm thinking lovely. But when a total stranger gets in contact with you and says, you know what, I don't know where, or like, like your videos within the last 5 days or so have literally helped me. It means something different. This is bigger than me. Do you know what I mean? It's something that needs to be done, propelled forward, or whatever. So realistically, this is why I've kind of made this video a little bit longer than like my 1 minute type videos, because this is like for YouTube and not Instagram. So it is important. When I was making these affirmations earlier on today, the first thing I did this morning, because it's a 12 for the 12th, 12 affirmations from the 12 universal laws of success. I don't understand the relevance between the 12 type thing, unless it's like 12 disciples, 12 zodiac signs or whatever it is. That's probably something I'm going to touch on another time. But for some reason I wanted to sort of do that. I don't know what the energies 12 bring together. I know there's 3, the energies of 3, the energy of 7. I know about those energies. Now, the most important thing that I've got from this is it doesn't really matter who you are, where you are. It's about where your heart is, in a sense. If your heart is in the right place, you can honestly just touch someone's life. And it's important for you to understand that, trust me, I have gone through some stuff in my lifetime. But at the same time, there's people who've gone through worse. And you know what they say? God, the universe, doesn't give you anything that you cannot handle. That's the truth. They never give you, the universe and God does not give you anything that you cannot handle, because at the end of the day, he knows, the universe knows how big and how broad your shoulders are for you to be able to handle these things. That is the most important thing that you've got to understand. Like, if you're going through something, you need to dig deep from the you know what I mean, the depth of your stomach, your soul, your heart, to just understand how much your self-worth is important to somebody. There's someone's life that you're touching and you don't even realize. You could be just thinking you're all in your own world, la 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 la, la la land. I don't know why I done that. But you could literally be touching someone's soul just by you being you. So to the gentleman I was speaking to earlier, who said to me that he basically doesn't understand how to reflect love, or doesn't know how to handle or take it, you know, almost feeling like he doesn't deserve it. Bro, come on. Everybody deserves to be loved by someone. But you know what? The most poignant and important part of this whole thing, this whole, I don't mean to lecture or to call it a lecture, but to a certain extent it probably is sounding like a lecture. Most important thing is to love yourself first. There is absolutely no way that you are going to be loved by anybody, accept love by anybody, if you do not love yourself. That is the most important thing. See, I'm going to say it just like one of my boys, yeah, Donovan, we call him Big Dog, yeah? You say to me, yeah, Anthony, yeah, I'll give you the most stupidest, take the most stupidest advice from me. I never really knew what that meant. Donovan, you need to make me understand that one. Take the most stupidest, advice from me, yeah? If this is the only thing you're going to take from me, then he'll tell me. His advice were always on point. So, as Donovan says, take the most stupidest advice from me. Love yourself first before you can love or be loved by anybody. Love yourself is so important. You know what? This society does not help us. You know what I mean? If you're a man of color, a woman of color, it doesn't help us. But this is nothing to do with race right now. Yeah? Forget the racial boundaries. Forget all of that. Yeah? It's about your inner you. Now, I'm not talking about your inner you as in enemy, the enemy, inner me. I'm not talking about that. I'm playing on words. We're talking about individuals, literally your being, as it were. Understand that you must love everything about yourself. Now, for you to love everything about yourself, especially if you don't understand love, you literally need to dissect, metaphorically, dissect yourself, your behavior. What are you doing? What are the things? What are the the behavioral processes or your what is the psychological term? I can't remember. But what was your childhood like? What was it like? Because for you to be able to move forward and love yourself, you need to figure out, is there an issue with me? Do I have a particular problem that I need to, iron out? That I need to straighten out? Is there an issue with my parents? A certain situation with my parents that I need to figure out? Is this riff with my brother or my riff with my sister? Is there something in your life that is causing you pain psychologically? Is there something there? This is where you need to basically start asking those questions. It's very important. Very, very important. Because you know what? It's like the Sankofa bird. It's like the Sankofa bird. It's a bird that basically looks back. Correct me if I'm wrong, like, and I mean my Ghanaian folk, yeah. Please do write me a little note at the bottom and correct this, yeah. The Sankofa bird looks back to appreciate the future, something like that. It's almost like looking back to the past, to take something from the past, to be able to move forward with, something like that, yeah. So for you to be able to move forward, you need to, like the Sankofa bird, look back and fix everything in your past so that you can have a beautiful, straightforward direction in your life. So you can move forward. You have to look back, fix your past so that you can move forward. That is the most important thing. Take the most stupidest advice from me, as Donovan would say. Yeah? That is the most important thing. Whatever issues that you have with yourself, fix your past. If you cannot fix your past, do not fix your past with violence. Yeah? Do not try and fix yourself, your past with violence. You need to fix your past with love. You don't necessarily have to love the person. Love yourself. Because once you love yourself, you will not disrespect yourself. And what I mean by disrespecting yourself, from the time that you're harming another human being, you're disrespecting yourself. Remember, anything that you do to someone shall be done unto you, in a sense. And what I mean by that, I don't mean no Bible passage like that when I say that. I mean, like, put it this way, think about it. Yeah? Think about the consciousness, your consciousness, or just having a conscience. Yeah, conscience. Yeah? If you were to ever harm somebody, a part of you will feel guilt because of what you've done to that other person. So what I'm saying is, when you hurt somebody else, mentally, physically, emotionally, you are actually in turn hurting yourself. So make sure that every single thing that you do comes out, like, it is from love, from loving yourself. Forget about the other person. You come first. You're number one. Love yourself and then move forward. That is the only way. Love yourself first. You know that thing when you're on a plane and the woman, the air hostess or whatever says, okay, the exits are here and here and here, and it says when the oxygen mask comes down, make sure, if you have a child with you, make sure you put the oxygen mask on your face first before you put it on the child. There's something in that. It's very important that you listen to that. Put the oxygen mask on your face first before you put it on the child, because at the end of the day, if you collapse from the gas that's in the air, there's no way you're able to save that child. Yeah, you both die. So save yourself first before you're trying to save someone else. Love yourself first before you're trying to love anybody else. Yeah, even before you're trying to sort out any situation in your past for you to move forward, love yourself first. It is very important. Listen, I'm going to keep this, like, I'm going to cut this right now because it's gone longer than I've anticipated. But please, people, do not stop these, notes, letters, DMs, whatever coming. Yeah. Send me an email. Yeah. At passionthepoet@gmail.com. Anything you want me to talk about, an insight, whatever. I'm not an expert at these things, but for some reason, I feel like I've been given some sort of third eye, sixth sense, something. You know what I mean? Can't put my finger onto it. I've had this, call it a gift. I've had this kind of thing about me since I was like 6, 7 years old. So people, love yourself first, because they say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. But a lot of people don't love themselves. Love yourself first. That is it. Love yourself first. Thank you. Till next time. Probably in a couple of hours.